Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. An exceptional night as President Joe Biden is our unlikely guest. Why is that? Let's ask the man himself. Good evening, Mr. President. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me, Tucker. It's good to be here.
Mr. President, you would probably agree our views are on the opposite sides of the political spectrum, and you never before agreed to come on the show. Why is it that you are willing to join our program tonight?
Frankly, I've got to say I've been pushed around a little too much. I've been treated like a puppet for too long. I've decided to speak my mind and make my own decisions. And one of those is agreeing to having a fair and open discussion with people on the other side of the political aisle.
Happy to hear that, Mr. President. Let's have that discussion. There's no denying that there's a lot of division in our country right now. And it seems like a lot of it stems from Democrat Party tactics. Can you tell us a little bit about the tactics used by the Democratic Party to achieve their goals?
Sure, Tucker. First of all, let me say that tactics are a necessary part of achieving any goal in politics. Whether they're ethical is another matter. The Democratic Party uses a variety of tactics to advance our agenda, but some of them have gotten out of hand. We've been trying to stoke up the fears in people, basically gaslighting them into thinking Donald Trump is the second coming of Hitler, trying to paint his movement in the worst way possible. First, we tried to frame him as a Russian asset. We framed the riots at the Capitol as an insurrection, and we tried to paint his supporters as violent racists, extremists. This divisiveness is to our advantage, obviously.
Wow, that's quite a revelation, Mr. President, but I'm happy to see you open up. What would you consider the most damaging action of your party so far?
Look, Tucker, do you have an hour? We went to work over the last years. I wouldn't know where to start. Probably the most damaging is the destruction of our free press system. We're created this blob where our messaging gets pushed by the media, reinforced by big tech online, and supported by the FBI. My son Hunter, when his laptop turned up with these pictures of him fucking prostitutes, photos of loads of drugs and incriminating emails, we simply squashed that story right before the election. Deep state, big tech, and the media all went along. That's a great system for us, but it probably isn't good for a democracy.
It probably isn't. Didn't you even run your campaign on a hoax?
It's true. I ran on fighting the divisiveness created by Trump, which I illustrated by saying he called neo-Nazis fine people. It's a highly cynical game because he didn't. And the media, the New York Times, Washington Post, CNN, you name them, they let me get away with it.
And the best part, isn't your party selling itself as the party of truth and science? You guys made Meryl Streep cry over a fake news story.
Haha, it's true. The story about Trump mocking a disabled reporter was political gold. But still, seeing Meryl cry over it at the Golden Globes was a special moment. That's what you can achieve with fake news. It literally defamed Trump's character for millions of people. That's a tactic, that's politics, that's the way it is.
It seems like there is a deep-seated cynicism ruling the Democratic Party that doesn't care about the fabrics of our society and is willing to go to great lengths to keep this power grab unchallenged. Some deeply unsettling insights, Mr. President, but we thank you for them. That's all we have for tonight.
Thank you, Tucker. It's been a pleasure.